You know, I was watching part of a crowd surfing segment on Comcast and noticed Farrell talking to some interesting people on the streets of Ogden. And somebody in Ogden actually knew who I was, which was a surprise to me. But here we are overlooking Shoshone Falls, just outside of Twin Falls, Idaho. And everybody on the street knows Farrell in this part of the country. Some had stories to tell that I don't think we should probably share right now on camera. Others spoke fairly highly of you. Evel Knievel jumped not far from here. One of these days we're going to come back and actually take video of Farrell diving from this tower into the Shoshone Falls. And I want to be here to witness it so that they'll have more stories to tell in Twin Falls, Idaho.
Hi, folks. It's Farrell with Crowd Surfing. Hey, I met up with the adventure group. They're doing the Slingshot through the West. They got these awesome machines right here. So I'm going to talk to them and see what it's all about.
Our Slingshot through the West actually began with a quick flight. One stop in Denver and then on to Minneapolis, where we will get in a rental car.
That's right.
And make our way to Spirit Lake, Iowa, and the manufacturing plant of the Polaris Slingshot. It all begins here, and we're all ready to go.
I got to tell you, you got white dirty.
Yeah, I know. This is what you get for wearing white.
Oh,
but it reflects the light. You have to have white.
You should have got black shirts. That would have been way better.
It would have been cool looking, but we would have been dying. We were already dying in the 100+ degree temperature.
That's perfect weather. All right, I'm here with the world famous Tim Hughes. Is that fair?
I wouldn't say that, really, no. Actually, we just came from Jerome, Idaho.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm with the world famous Farrell because everybody up there knows who you are, and sometimes not always for a good reason.
Oh, I do have some family up there, but I don't think everybody knows me.
I don't know. Posters, post offices.
Yeah, there might be a couple pictures in the post office.
Are we all done here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we're done. Everybody signed in?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Greg, right? I haven't met you. I met some of the other people, but Bill tells me that you're the man that made all this happen.
No, I didn't. I didn't make it all happen. Brandon is the one that contacted Polaris. We did brainstorm about it. Thought it would be a lot of fun. So Brandon got a hold of our rep, which is Russ Stebar, and he contacted Polaris, and we just went through the proper channels, and it took a long time, but they finally said, okay, sounds like a great plan, and so we were able to then brainstorm and put the whole plan together, and so kudos to Polaris for helping us make it work too.
Chris, you have the what do I want to call it? The segment Long Way Home, right? The show Long Way Home?
Long way home, that's right. And we took the long way home,
I was just
dude.
going to say.
3,000 miles, long way home.
Alrighty, I'm here with,
Greg Gable.
and can you tell me a little bit about your experiences in the Slingshot?
Well, yeah, I'm glad to know that we could be a part of it. Chevron was able to help sponsor the adventure and taking the Slingshots through the West, and I was lucky enough to get an invitation to go along. And I was excited because I knew we were going to go places that had been on my bucket list.
Brandon, correct?
Yes.
How did you get lucky enough to get picked to go along with these guys?
We met the group 2 years ago when we did a border-to-border ATV ride. Got the machines handled, went out on the trail with them, and just kind of was adopted into the family.
So you got lucky, huh?
Yeah, got lucky.
I just annoy the heck out of them, so they don't let me around, other than just small doses every now and then.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm here with Barbara, and Barbara, you're one of my most favorite people. And
Really?
Yeah, and you know why that is?
Antelope Island. And
Well,
if you say it, I might deck you.
No. Hold on. Because our friend Holly,
Oh, yeah.
she says that you intimidate her, and that makes me happy.
That can't be true.
That's what she told me. Those are her words. I'm just repeating them.
Do you find me intimidating, Farrell?
You don't intimidate me at all.
Really?
Yeah, as long as I don't say anything bad about the island, I'm in good shape.
Or about my friends?
Yeah, well, I didn't think you had any, but I'm just kidding. You have at least 4 or 5, right? No, I'm a tough guy. That'll hurt.
I could try it again.
Can you tell me a little bit about where you guys went and what you did? Can you sum it up?
My gosh, we were figuring this morning that in total we're close to 3,000 miles, and somebody pointed out that that's the equivalent of going from New York to Los Angeles. Only we did it, like this, around every corner, in every turn, every twisty road we could find. So 7 states. We were in Minnesota. Obviously, we flew into Minneapolis. Also Iowa, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Utah. It's been a crazy ride.
Well,
When I was
we've been driving across the prairie. What more can be said? But I have to say that, what state were we just in?
Minnesota?
Minnesota. Minnesota's beautiful, green. It's the same landscape as Wyoming, but substitute sagebrush with nice grass. So there you have it. Kind of rolling hills, very beautiful.
What was the highlight of the trip for you?
The vehicles are great, but it's the people on the road that we met that were so fantastic. We met this lady from Minnesota, and she had the accent. I'm from Minnesota.
Don't you know?
Yeah, and she said, we don't have soda, we have pop. Because you can't have a soda at Minnesota, you have to have a pop. That's what she said.
When we say pop, do you say pop or soda?
We say soda.
See, we say pop in Minnesota. Get it?
Pop in Minnesota. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you have a soda in Minnesota?
You can't. If you ordered a soda, they'd say what?
I was telling Bill, I was like, you guys have long sleeve shirts on, and he said to blame that on Barbara. Can you explain the long sleeve shirts?
Okay, so no, we have a couple of guys that where they ride. They don't wear. They ride Harleys, and they thought it would be a good idea to have long sleeve shirts.
And they were right, because you didn't get sunburned, right?
Well, I was thinking tank tops might be more appropriate and have a little more even tan, but they were right. These long sleeve shirts made a big difference, and then have gloves as well. It kept you from getting totally burned.
None of that's mine, I swear.
I noticed you guys were going, I seen the satellite tracker thing, and I'd get on there and look at that occasionally, and it seemed like there was no rhyme or reason for where you guys were going. It was just like you said, it was just here and there and back.
Well, there was a reason, and the reason really was to find some of the best motorcycle roads in the country. And so whatever we had to do in between to get to that next twisty road, we were determined to do, and we found some great ones.
A lot of nice scenery,
Oh, unbelievable. Toured the Black Hills, Needles Highway, the Iron Mountain Road, which are famous for motorcycle riders, Highway 14, a scenic ride up from Sheridan, Wyoming to the top of the Bighorn Mountains, and then, of course, we went to go into the Sun Road in Glacier National Park, and then the next one was the Salmon River Scenic Highway that goes from Salmon, Idaho, all the way to Sun Valley, and you just follow the Salmon River. So spectacular.
And then she had this new word, oofta. Oofta. Have you heard of it?
I've never heard of oofta. I think it's one of those, like in the comic books, they had the big letters with the pow, oofta.
Yeah. So oofta is this Norwegian thing that the Midwestern use that's supposed to mean surprisingly cool. So it's our new word. Find your oofta.
Yeah, I think I talk completely normal. Oofda. What do you? I honestly do say oofda all the time.
So how do Minnesotans say Minnesota?
Minnesota. Yeah.
So what was your favorite part of the whole trip? You have a favorite part?
Gosh, there's a couple. Clearly driving the machines and seeing the places I wanted to see. But I think another thing that when I really reflect on it is, be one of those lifelong memories and a group of friends. This group is a fun group, and I look forward to doing some future things with them and maybe future adventures because they're really a lot of fun.
This is kind of sad today. I'm going to break off from the group and go home. It's my dad's 85th birthday, and we're having a big party for him Saturday, so West Yellowstone is a logical place to make the break, and I'm going to send them ahead with no navigator. Actually, everybody has a navigator on their phone. They're just giving me a job to make me feel like I'm important. I knew that from the start, Barb.
Ross, that's not right. You are
Anyway,
you are a navigator. You're
it's-
bossy as hell.
It's been
I mean, he's bossy as all
coming from you.
goodness.
That's probably
Yeah.
a compliment, I think.
What do you mean by that exactly?
I didn't mean anything by that.
Okay.
Anyway, but what a great time, and you guys still have about 4 days left of a lot of fun on wheels, so looking forward to seeing the video.
I've just been checking my phone and making sure that everything's okay at home and checking in on doctor's appointments. And last night she said she started to have some contractions, so I told her, well, I guess it's time for me to head south.
Why would you come home early? Did Chris get on your nerves or something? Or was it Barbara that got on your nerves?
If only it were that simple. I actually have a baby on the way, and the other half started showing signs of possibility of the baby coming, so I headed south.
You should have just stayed on the trip. I mean, really, what are you going to do? You're going to sit and watch anyway. The doctor does everything.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever be able to live that one down. That would be held over my head for the next 50 years.
At the very least, 50 years. All righty, man. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
These things are cool. I mean, God, I would love to have one.
Yeah, I don't know who. After this trip, I think everybody in the group would love to have one. Out on the ride, everybody, we were so surprised. Everybody of all ages were saying, wow, I would like to go and have one of those.
I was going to say, maybe you guys needed chaps and a leather vest with like the patch on the back. You guys are a club of some sort.
We already look like a club with all of this on the back. Everywhere we went, we were mobbed by people who wanted to talk to us about what we were doing and about these cool, wicked Batman machines.
Yes, they attract a lot of attention. Oh boy. Yeah, they attract a lot when there's one, but when there's five, everybody wants to know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, have a good trip.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your service to our country, too.
So what do you think about this now that you sat in it?
They're pretty damn sharp. A friend of mine that I work with, he was talking about them on the radio. I didn't know what the hell.
He was talking about?
Yeah, really, I didn't know what he was talking about.
So you're ready to take off in it and leave your Harley with the keys,
Oh,
huh?
hell yeah, yeah. We're going to need to put the hood down.
Nice.
Yeah, this is
It's
sharp.
fun. We're having a blast.
Are you?
Oh my gosh.
Which
You're
one
on
are
back
you in?
roads? I'm in one of the red ones.
Oh, yeah?
We had a little kid last night that came in and found us in the restaurant, and his mom's like, do you have those machines out there? My son, he wants to talk to Batman because those are that's the Batmobile. It was cool. We got a lot of that.
They do kind of look like a Batmobile, don't they? They need one all black. I like the gray one myself.
Well, the gray one is pretty cool, but the red one is red, and the other one is the electric orange. You can't go wrong with electric orange.
So you like these so much, it appears as though you've purchased one.
Thinking about it, thinking long and hard about it. You know, there's a number of ways to get a high, and this is a great way to do it. It's value. It's value. You know, thrills a minute. It's memories a minute. Memories per gallon.
Is there any one particular place that you're like, man, I got to go back?
Well, the reason I was going on these is because I was going back. A lot of our people on this trip had never seen any of them. The only one I had not done really was the Highway 14 that took us over the Bighorn. because the last time I was in that part of the country, we were on our way to fish the Bighorn River, so we didn't stop and do that. But I've been on my motorcycle on most of those roads, and just to see the smile and the satisfaction on people that were seeing it for the first time was good for me.
If you're into Star Wars, I feel a little bit like Anakin Skywalker putting the pedal down and zipping up through there, and it was fun.
Halt!
Yeah!
I always hope someday we'd run Highway 14. It's the Gray Bull Mountains. We go over the top here down into Gray Bull, Wyoming, that whole valley there with Lovell and a lot of other little small towns. We've been through there a lot, but never all the way over this mountain.
No, here.
No, just close the shield. Close the shield.
Oh, that's good. Halt! 落下来。切开来，弄切开来。哦，你这了。你给我看不见。哦，不是，大伙哟。Go。
哎呦，搿这了，搿这了，上帝搿这了。
哎呦，好好好。High five. High five. Yeah.
So, you're the person in charge of the gas. Maybe it's a good question to ask you. They just put regular in them. They put Supreme. What?
Yeah, they will actually run on regular octane. You don't need a higher octane, and so there's no need to buy the premium octane.
I think you like red because that's what you drove in all the way.
I actually drove in all of them.
Oh, really? Everybody just kind of took turns? No one just picked a machine and stuck with it?
No, we all drove all the different machines.
This is just to get Dallin in the mood for the day. Little Disneyland sound.
Because you know I'm all about that.
Okay, not that.
So if you get one of these, you're going to have to ride one to Disneyland.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying, my friend. Yeah.
You know, in case you forgot, I just wanted to remind you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
I got to be honest, because I'm looking at these and I want to buy one, and I'm looking for a co-signer is what I'm doing. I'm kind of wondering, if you got nothing to do, maybe here in a little bit we could.
Well, I understand Francis doesn't pay you so well for this gig. So,
boy, you ain't lying there.
He keeps all of the profits on that deal. So if you're looking for a co-signer, tell him to bypass the next camera purchase and put a down payment on one of these for you.
That's a good idea already, Tim. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Your hair's in the wind, and there's no air conditioning or nothing in them. How was that, though? I mean,
it was good. When it reaches 100 degrees, it's pretty warm. The different windshields that they offer do make a difference as to how much airflow you get in. So, say, am I riding in high temperatures or am I riding in lower temperatures? You kind of decide which windshield you want to go with.
So you just don't pull over the side of the road and jump in a river or anything, do you?
Well, yeah, we actually did.
Yeah!
And that was a great idea, and we should have done that more often along the trail because that was fun.
What body of water did you jump into?
We jumped into the Salmon River.
My luck, I'd catch a current and take me down.
I asked the kid, is it going to carry me down? Because I'm not a great swimmer. And he's like, no, you just swim over to the side. And
Come on, Mark!
I don't know why the others were all wussed out.
They're sissies, probably. I don't know.
They are. They are, yeah.
All righty. Well, hey, thank you so much for talking with me. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Farrell.
So the question I have to ask is, did it suck being with all these boys? Did they give you a bad time? Or were you like the mom?
No.
Not that you could be their mom. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you're the boss?
I think that's his.
Bossy. I don't believe that for a minute.
We did have a little situation, but I got them with a little bit of water down their back, cold water, and it was fun to watch the reactions, but they did get even with me.
What?
Give him an update.
Tracking.
Give him an
Tracking
update.
receipts. Okay.
You killed a dragon.
Perfect, Bill! Yeah! Yeah!
How fast did they go? Did you try it out? You had to try it out a little bit.
I don't think we're supposed to talk about that, but I've heard. I don't know.
Rumor has it.
We would not know these things firsthand, but I've heard they'll do upwards of 120 miles an hour.
That'd be pretty scary.
Yeah. if you don't tell anybody,
just between us,
you just do the formula of look at the posted speed for the curve, up it by 20 miles an hour, and you're right there.
They handle that well, huh?
Oh my gosh, they hug the road so amazing. You're 6 inches off the ground. And as much as throttle as you can give it, as much as you can crank that wheel, the back end just follows you everywhere you go. I said today it was like a 7-day go-kart race. It felt like that.
But I was actually amazed at the performance level of these machines is just far superior to anything I anticipated. I knew they would be fun to drive, but these things, they fly and they corner unbelievably. It's like a high-performance sports car.
Did you see anything that was like way cool and you want to go back and visit it again, or?
All of it. I mean, just the views and the venues and the vistas, the people and places, just fantastic. Mount Rushmore was great. Tell us about Mount Rushmore. What are we going to see today?
You see them big heads on the side of the rock. They're carving another big head on another rock. He's going to have a horse with him, though.
Fair enough. But I think the highlight for me was Glacier National Park. Just the beauty of the flora and fauna that's there.
What a beautiful drive. It's been on my bucket list for a long time to come to Glacier National Park. I've worked my way around a number of parks, but I wanted to come here and take the Going to the Sun Road, and that's where we're at today. We're up near the Visitor Center at the top. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Our slingshot through the West took us all the way from Spirit Lake, Iowa to back home to Salt Lake City, but as far north as Glacier National Park, and we needed a partner for accommodations. Best Western was perfect for us, and I know it'll be perfect for you, so make Best Western part of your outdoor fun. Remember to go to bwoutdoors.com.
Alrighty, folks, hey, that's going to do it for me. If you get a chance, come down to Triple S Polaris, get you a slingshot, or at least come check them out because they're really cool.